Welcome to Dublin Castle. Erected in the early 13th century on the site of Viking settlement, Dublin Castle served for centuries as the headquarters of English and later British administration in Ireland. In 1922, following Ireland's independence, Dublin Castle was handed over to the new Irish government. It is now a major government complex and a key tourist attraction. I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is how it looks like outside the Dublin Castle. Dublin Castle is one of the most important buildings in Irish history. The Grand Staircase. This Grand Imperial Staircase was the first of its type in Dublin and was created in 1749. Since at least the 17th century, the collection of Dublin Castle has been an important expression of artistic and cultural production in Ireland and further afield. Today, the collection consisted of wide variety of artworks from across the spectrum of the fine and decorative arts. Paintings are a particular strength of the Dublin Castle collection, but it is also rich in sculpture, furniture, clocks, glassware, prints, stained glass, and textile from the 7th century to the present day. The State of Corridor. This great new classical corridor was designed in 1758. It provides access to a series of formal state reception rooms overlooking the main courtyard, as well as to the quarter of the Viceroy and his family overlooking the castle gardens. Rococo plasterwork ceilings dating from the 1750s, reowned by stucador Bartolome Cramelon. The State Drawing Room. The State Drawing Room was created in 1838 and was used mainly by successive viceroys, the wives of the viceroys, as a formal sittings room and for holding audiences with Irish courtiers. During the royal visits of 1907 and 1911, Queen Alexandra and Queen Mary also received guests in this room. Today, the room houses one of the most significant paintings in the Dublin Castle collection. A late portrait by one of the leading European portrait painters of the 17th century, Sir Anthony van Dyck. The room is still used by the President of Ireland for the reception of visiting dignitaries. The throne room was once the epicenter of royal ceremony in Ireland. It was created in 1788 as an audience chamber in which the viceroy received guests on behalf of the British monarch. It was also where a young debutantes were presented at court to mark their formal entry into aristocratic society. The throne was made for the visit to the Ireland of King George IV in 1821. It was later used by the Queen Victoria and King Edward. St. Patrick's Hall is one of the Ireland's greatest ceremonial rooms. It was developed in the mid-18th century as the castle's ballroom. In 1788, the Italian artist Vincenzo Waldner began work on the painted ceiling that survives today as the most important schema of its type in Ireland. The hall was for many years the meeting place of the Knights of St. Patrick, Ireland's chivalric order knights whose flags still adorn its walls. Over the years, it was being used to entertain some Ireland's most prominent state visitors include John F. Kennedy, Princess Grace of Monaco, and Queen Elizabeth II. Since 1938, it has been setting for the stage of most significant ceremonial occasion, the inauguration of the President of Ireland. The James Connolly Room is an important landmark in the story of the Easter Rising of 1916. The room was once part of the Viceroy quarters. In 1915, this room, together with the rest of the state apartments, became a Red Cross hospital for soldiers wounded in World War I. It was here, in 1916, that James Connolly was treated for the injuries he had sustained in leading a rebellion against British rule in Ireland, known as the Easter Rising. The rebellion resulted in the execution of the rebel leaders. On 12 May 1916, James Connolly was brought from here to executed at Kilmainham Gaol, Kilmainham Jail.